I've
I'm
got
still so aggravated.
like the Spider-Man. I use Spider-Man still, and like I have, I think almost every variant from him at this
Really?
point. Like, yeah, like every good one there is.
What is the
I,
meta? Is there a meta in Marvel Snap right now or no?
Probably, I'm not following it though. I'm just fucking using the cards I like and kind of. I'm still winning, so I don't care. But
I'm using High Evolutionary, not High
oh, you are.
Evolutionary.
I don't encounter it that much. I put
What's his name? Is it High Evolutionary?
Yeah. I put Luke Cage in my deck because of that, and then like no one ever uses him anymore. I see him like once every like 10 times.
Mike, what deck are you using in Marvel Snap?
I'm using a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck.
Okay.
They're trying to get the move decks back right now, and I've definitely seen people use a lot more move decks recently.
I switched to one to get a couple challenges done, and I was like crushing it.
Oh yeah, like did you see that? Did you see too? I think starting next week, there's ways to get like way better cards, and like every like like 10 you can get for the caches like is gonna have like way better options in it now. They did something recently, yeah. So you can get like a lot of the newer cards.
I don't know what I have nothing really bad to say about that game. I don't know what would pull me back into it. Though I did see, I think it was Charlie, friend of the show, Charlie, tweeted, when are we going to get a Marvel versus Capcom variants of the cards? That would make me play that season just to unlock those cards, because that would easily pull me back in for that reason alone. That would be pretty dope too. I kind of hope they do that at some point. But we'll get right into it. Welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about Marvel Snap too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself. Some might call him Marvel Snap Mike. I don't know who, but some might. Michael Lazier. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
I'd argue that we don't talk about Marvel Snap enough.
That's true. All right, let's do it. A whole episode right now. Pivot.
Do it.
Also joining us tonight, of course, is I don't know what Todd is anymore, the Final Fantasy 16 demo king, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Give me the code.
Give me the code. Let me in. Todd is that fucking Eric Andre meme right now.
Yeah, 100%.
And then rounding us out tonight, of course, is the Disney daddy himself, Dominic 40. Dom, how are you doing this evening?
Well.
You love to hear it. You love to hear that people are doing well. We got a great show for you tonight. We're going to chat about the Nintendo Direct and who else or whatever else decides to pop up. But before we do that, a couple of quick housekeeping things. This episode, of course, sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, and you want yourself something hot and sweet and something fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square. Or if you're like me and you don't like to leave your house, you can hop on their website at Goodnight Fatty, and you can order yourself some delicious fatties directly to your doorstep if you're within the delivery range. If you head on down, let them know Pass Controller sent you. I promise you, you will not be disappointed if you go to @GoodnightFatty on Instagram and check out these delicious treats. A couple other housekeeping things. We have, I don't know, I feel like something up recently. I don't know what. Something. I don't know. Go to our website. Go to the YouTube channel. I don't care what you do. Or don't. I don't care what you do. Anyways, let's just get right into it. Mike, what have you been playing lately? Oh, shit. Before you do that, hold that thought. PTC Movie Club for this month is next week, and it is Dom's pick, Blackberry. So if you have not watched Blackberry yet, we'll be chatting about Blackberry next week. So make sure you throw that on your weekly to-do list before next week's episode pops up. All right, Mike, back to you. What are you playing?
Yeah, I don't think I'm playing anything. Like I said, I don't know. Sometime in the last 5 minutes, I definitely said I started the Final Fantasy 16 demo.
Oh, that was before we were recording. So what are you thinking of that so far?
I don't know. It's fine. Again, I just started, so I think I got to the part where you're in a flashback and you were training with that guy.
Oh, I haven't played it. I have no idea.
Well, Todd knows. Yeah, Todd knows what I'm talking about. So I did that, and then something else happened, but then I stopped playing.
So what?
I'm gonna come back.
Oh man, Mike, it gets so good.
Do you think you're gonna keep playing it, Mike?
It's a demo, so I mean, I can definitely finish the demo.
Do you think you would potentially buy this game and play more of it?
Mike, I think if you finished out this demo, there's there's enough variety of like gameplay in that demo where I'm just like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. Wasn't expecting this, like kind of thing. And I feel like you would probably dig by the time you get to that demo, you'd probably be like, yeah, I think I want to play more of this game.
I've heard, because again, I have not played the demo, but I've heard that the demo does a good job of like, here's what you can expect from this game, and if you like this demo, you're gonna probably like this game. So, would this be your first Final Fantasy game, Mike?
I think so.
Wow, Mike's a big Final Fantasy guy now.
I texted Brenden last night because one of my biggest gripes with the Final Fantasy remake and kind of where like the Final Fantasy games have been trending is the combat I liked in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I felt like I was just filtering through menu screens a lot, like healing, special things, switching through characters, and this game kind of like takes all of that away, and everything's at your fingertips basically. So at least from where I am right now, where like you press up on the D-pad to heal, you don't have to fucking go through the menus, and everything's there for you. Where like I'm not pausing the game, but like switching characters, doing this, and I was like, oh, that was a huge complaint I had with the remake. Was that?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people maybe had that complaint. I personally loved the combat in Final Fantasy VII Remake because I feel like once you
I just felt like it stopped me from enjoying it because I'm like, oh, I gotta fucking pick this power now. I gotta pick this.
I didn't feel that way personally.
Either go full turn based or don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go one way or the other, because like I feel like the kind of way it was like it didn't work for me. It kind of took me out of the action. Where this game, I'm like, feel like I'm just constantly in action.
I mean, it's not an action. Final Fantasy VII is more of an action game than it is probably it's not a turn-based RPG.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely has like that's kind of how Xenoblade plays. So if you don't like Final Fantasy VII Remake, you probably wouldn't like a game like Xenoblade, where you're like not necessarily like stopping and scrolling through menus, but you're definitely like selecting moves from they're not really similar. I don't know. Final Fantasy VII Remake, I don't really know if I have a one-to-one comparison for the combat in that game. I liked it though. Once I wrapped my head around it,
maybe Final Fantasy 15, maybe, I don't know.
15 is like, probably closer. Like 15, 16, and 7 are all very similar, but I think 15 and 6, probably 16 is more so an action game, and 15 and 7 are probably a little closer together. But yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued by it. I honestly
I will say this also. I struggle with parry in games. The dodge mechanic and the parry in this game, for some reason, just clicked with me right out the gate. And I was just like, oh shit, okay. Where like games like fucking Elden Ring, I could get the parry to work, but like not like this game. I feel like it made it way more accessible to be able to parry and be able to parry on point.
Yeah. I mean, I think there are a lot of features and stuff, like equipable things in this game too, that you can put on that will make things a little bit easier. Like that will change the timing window and stuff. So like it makes it a little bit easier for people who maybe are bad at that type of stuff to, be able to do those types of things. So that stuff is kind of cool.
I feel like they're so different in every game, because in Ghost of Tsushima, I think like that parry is like the best parry ever, because like I can do it. And then I play other games, I'm like, apparently I suck at parrying.
It's a skill-based game. You gotta get that skill. Well, I'm excited to see if you finish the demo, Mike, and if that urges you to play Final Fantasy 16. I would like you to, I have the last few years tried to go outside of my depth and play more things that maybe I wouldn't traditionally play, and I've been surprised with a lot of the stuff that I end up liking. Like, I would argue I probably don't play a lot of games that require heavy reading, like not necessarily visual novels, but like Pentiment and Danganronpa, I really enjoyed my time with both of those games, and I don't think I would normally pick up a game that would require you to like primarily read, because reading is skill based, and I'm bad at skill based games.
I was brought here to lead, not to read.
So I don't know. I hope it does something for you, and whatever. But before we get into tonight's main topic,
everything I've read on the Twitter's verse is that the game is terrible. So
wait, really?
No, it has like 8s and 9s. It has like 8s and 9s review wise, I think.
Twitter disagrees.
So like I was like one of the people that like was like I want turn-based RPG where like that's what I like, and I think that there's just so many fanboys that like wanted to like not and they're like the vocal minority, but like they come out like they're like a huge part of it. But like I think that people have issue with the fact that it's more action than not RPG, which I mean I get that. That's kind of my complaint, but it already won me over in the first 2 hours. So like I mean it has to really shit the bed for me not to like this.
I mean,
the stuff that I keep reading is that there's like no story. So.
Yeah, but I like friends of the show who reviewed it, like Eric and Jesse have both reviewed it. Like they have kind of given me some more context against those things, saying that there like is a cohesive story and there's good stuff in there. But I mean, I haven't played it, so I don't fucking know. But
the issue that I read is that like the story is so good from the beginning, but then it abandons a lot of the plot points from the beginning and goes a completely different direction at the end.
I've seen those types of comments too, and I've talked to Jesse and Eric, and they're not here to corroborate or elaborate, but like they have said that it does indeed continue those things. So I don't know. I mean, if the story is the thing that's maybe pushing you away, I mean, I don't know. Talk to some or read some reviews that dive into that stuff.
Honestly, just play the demo because the story is fucking very gripping.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with a game like this. Is a demo there, and it's like there you go, play for yourself and figure out if it's something you want to spend money on. But if the other thing, which again I don't want to like dive too much into, if you're really
just download it on Game Pass.
Yeah, download it on Game Pass. If you if you're looking for a turn-based RPG, there are plenty of great turn-based RPGs, old and new, available to you on many platforms. Go play fucking Octopath Traveler 2. It's fucking fantastic. It's probably, when I do end up getting back to it and finishing it, I can see that game being in one of my favorite games of this year because it is very good. So, and
it's funny because everyone like kind of shat on the first one, and I still fucking love the first one.
Yeah, I like the first one too. I never finished the first one, but I liked what I played of it. I mean, I also liked Bravely Default, and I think that like Octopath is, I'm just comparing Square games at this point, but I like Octopath more. But there are plenty of great turn-based RPGs if that's what you're looking for specifically. Like, if your big gripe is, they're moving Final Fantasy into action, then I mean, if that really bugs you, I'm sorry. You maybe you have the same complaint with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but there are other games that fill those gaps for you. Anyways, that brings us kind of a natural segue into Zelda, which will probably be our final Zel-Diary before we eventually have a dedicated Zelda episode. Since I have now rolled credits on the game, Dom is on the precipice of that happening. Todd is who the fuck knows. But we can quickly kind of...
I refuse to finish.
I mean, that's where I was at, but I mean, I was at 90 hours, and I'm at the point of... I feel like we're getting close to... People are already kind of openly talking about it, and I don't really want the story spoiled for me. So, because a lot of Zelda art pops up on my social feeds, and... It's great because I love it and I like most of it, and that's why more of it shows up. But I feel like now I'm realizing, art was popping up that was a fucking spoiler, and I didn't realize it. So I'm kind of happy that I finished it. But I stayed up until like 3 a.m. last night to finish the main campaign of that game, and wow, it's real fucking good. Like it left me in a state last night where I was just laying in bed like I can't put on Seinfeld and fall asleep. I just need to lay here and think about this fucking game. I can't stop thinking about it. And my fucking camera just froze again. What?
Yeah, well.
I mean,
this is
extremely fucking hot.
Anyway.
It is fucking extremely hot up here, so maybe my camera is overheating again, but I gotta figure out what the fuck's wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, where I'm at is I've done some more side stuff prior to finishing the game last night, and then I finished it, and then afterwards I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a break for this for now, but I'm going to come back to it because there's a few more side things that I actually want to do. There are some quest lines I want to finish. Like I'd like to see the end of the newspaper quest line because I haven't finished that.
Good luck with that.
I'd like to probably.
There's no point. The end of the quest line won't make any like.
Yeah,
it won't make any sense.
I just want the froggy.
Yeah, I think I
don't have like.
I think I might go through and get the rest of the armor sets.
The froggy
kind of what
sucks.
I want to do.
Froggier sucks. Like you still
Well, it doesn't rain
slip.
as much as tomorrow. Oh, you do?
Yeah, and you
Oh,
just
okay.
slip less.
I
Oh,
don't
weird.
know.
Okay.
I got 2 of the, I think it's like the evil spirit armor set, and I want to get the third one,
That one looks good.
even though like I have the headpiece and the chest piece, which I think are the best looking parts of that armor set, but I feel like at this point I might as well just get the third one. It's a fun quest line too. Like once you start it and figure out what you have to do, like I'm enjoying it. So I'll probably do some more stuff.
I don't know if I probably would go back, but at the same time, I'm having a lot of fun doing what I'm doing still, and I'm still playing daily. So like, I don't feel like I need to finish this game because I don't think it's. I'm playing this game more late at night, a couple hours before I go to bed, and I'm still playing other stuff. So it's as long as I'm having fun, I want to continue just getting lost in this world until I feel like, you know what, now I feel like I should beat it or something. And I feel like I can beat this game at this point because the first one I kind of complained about the story. This one I kind of really enjoy the story. Although after beating the game, obviously no spoilers. Do you think we shouldn't have done Tears as quickly as we did, or would it made more sense to do it like leading into what you did last night?
No, I think the way the story presents itself is in a way where it kind of like protects you from, like, it's all leading to the same thing. And you can either have all of the context or not. And certain things, I think, purposefully overlap on purpose. So that way, like, if you say didn't do one specific thing, I think you'd still get a piece of that from somewhere else. Like when you do the quest line, that's the like phenomena quest line. I forget what it's fully called. It's like the 4 natural phenomena.
Regional.
Yeah, regional phenomena.
Regional phenomena.
When you complete each one of those, what you get from that story-wise is kind of the same thing. And I think that's kind of just by design. And I feel like there were a few other things.
Oh, it's the same thing as the Tears? It's like not different stuff, or is it?
I mean, it is different, but like
from like a different point of view or something.
Kind
like
of,
that, or?
But like it's not like it's not a lot of extra stuff, but it is essential
Okay.
to certain other things later in the game. If you want like the full picture of everything, but yeah, I mean, I love the story, and in the final hours of that game, I was very, very enthralled, and the final section of the game took me a long time to beat because I think I was not prepared for the battle. But it was worth it getting through it. I took too many screenshots. I need to go through my Switch and delete screenshots because there's a lot going on there, and I was very happy. So I think it may have solidified that I like I see some people say like Breath of the Wild is sort of irrelevant now with Tears of the Kingdom, and I don't feel that way. I think they are doing similar things, but also separate things. And there are parts of Breath of the Wild that I still do enjoy, even post Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I didn't necessarily feel like that world was empty, and I kind of liked that world of like, just, I always felt like I was just sort of exploring and just kind of like discovering things, and like, I don't know. There's something about Breath of the Wild that will always stay with me. But I think Breath of the Wild probably was my favorite game of all time up until now. Finishing Tears of the Kingdom, I think Tears is probably my favorite Zelda game, at least.
It's hard to say it's not a better game because like it's just so fucking good.
I mean, it is doing a lot. Like, it is very obviously building on Breath of the Wild. Like, it's doing a lot more with that like engine.
I've heard a lot of people say the wonder and the mystery isn't there in this one compared to the first one, and I just like wholeheartedly disagree. Like it was still there for me nonstop.
I don't really have many complaints with either game. I love both of these games, and Tears of the Kingdom's like final hours really solidified how special this experience was. Like, I'm very curious to see how the two of you feel at the end of the game, because I don't know. It like last night I was kind of just like, damn, this game is really fucking good, and I'm curious to see if the next Zelda game is another sequel to this, or how things change for Zelda going forward, because I think gameplay wise, like, they're going to probably continue to iterate and change powers and abilities and stuff like that, how the game works in that regard. But I feel like this is sort of I don't want to say a reboot of Zelda, but I feel like this is like we're going to do a specific thing going forward, and maybe this is the story we're going to tell, and maybe they won't have more sequels that are direct, and they'll just do something different, and that would be fine because that's how Zelda is anyway. But I can also see them maybe following this for at least one more game, and then maybe doing something else with it. But I don't know. I really loved it. Do either of you have anything with your current Zelda story you want to chat about, or should we move on?
I don't think so.
That's fair. I mean, you're kind of in a spot where it's like there's not a lot to talk about because you're in a heavily spoilery thing. So
Yeah.
I am curious to see how you feel about it at the end, especially because Breath of the Wild was kind of whatever for you. So
yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying this game. The end would have to do a lot for it to be my favorite game of all time. So
yeah,
but I'm enjoying it. It's not like.
Like Dom, did you ever play Elden Ring?
No, I never got to it.
Oh man, I feel like Dom would really like it. If he's enjoying this game, I feel like
maybe, I don't know. I mean,
it's way more challenging and like can be more of a pain in the ass. But like it's kind of set up Elden Ring definitely borrowed heavily from Breath of the Wild. It's very obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I think most open world action games are going to borrow from Breath of the Wild. I mean, that's just
Elden Ring kind of just drops you in the middle of the map and is like, okay, do whatever the fuck you want. Same thing.
I hope what Tears of the Kingdom does going forward is, or for like other games, I hope that one of the things they take from Tears of the Kingdom is like, I think Tears of the Kingdom definitely has moments where like maybe certain gameplay mechanics are like kind of clunky if you're not like fully understand how to like build or manipulate stuff with powers or whatever. But I will say that it did a great job of like, for the most part, just making this like a thing you do on the screen and not like shifting through menus to build shit and like do shit. So I hope that like that maybe unlocks sort of other developers trying to like remove menu UI stuff and like try to make things more like better integrated into gameplay, because I feel like there are certain games that kind of like push me out of it because it's like, all right, I gotta dig through menus to do this stuff, and I don't know. Anyways,
I feel like after Tears, like Link has to be in Fortnite too, just with like the gameplay of Tears. Like it's like I feel like they have to put him in Fortnite.
I don't know. I am kind of surprised still that Nintendo hasn't put anything in Fortnite, but maybe they just never will. It could be a guns thing. I mean,
did you see we got Ciri and Yennefer?
Yes. Yeah.
For what?
I've seen people complain that there's no Triss or whatever. Right. So that's how I knew. I didn't know that at first, and then I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, that makes sense." Why people are saying this is Triss erasure. I never played Witcher. I don't fucking know.
One of these days, I'm gonna play Witcher one of these days and get past the 5
I'm surprised you love Cyberpunk so much. You should probably give Witcher another chance.
I know. But I like the themes behind Cyberpunk and like the environment. I like that like futuristic kind of vibe and more of like the gunplay. And I don't know. I had a hard time with The Witcher, and just I don't think I was ready to take on such a big game when I started playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't have time to bite that off right now. I'm in the middle of too many games, unfortunately. You have anything Tears of the Kingdom you want to talk about, or should we move on, Todd?
I'm good.
So yeah, the next time we probably talk about that game in detail will be, I don't know, a dedicated episode on Zelda, I'm sure. So, sticking with Nintendo, I feel like it makes sense to chat about this week's Nintendo Direct. Overall, how are we feeling Direct wise, Todd? Or you know what, Mike? Well, how did you feel about the Direct, Mike?
I'm realizing now that I once again don't really remember what happened.
Then I think that might lead you to if you were going to give this a letter grade, if you feel like it didn't leave an impact on you, is this a bad Direct for you, Mike?
Yeah, no, because I know things happen. It's just like there were things that I didn't care about. Like I know.
I'm not trying to you to give it like a blanket. This Direct was a fucking B+. But what for Mikey, what kind of Direct is this? Is it a bad Direct?
I mean, it was all right. It was all right. Didn't help that, if I didn't know Sonic Superstars or P5 Tactics were coming out already, like, oh, great. These are games I already know. So, B plus.
Okay.
B.
It's generous for someone who can't name another game from the direct.
Some sort of a thing. Some more Mario Kart DLC. I purchased the pack, so I'll get whatever it is that's coming out.
What about you?
More
Todd?
Mario Kart DLC, but we can't get anything from Animal Crossing. They did a solid 1.2 years
I
out of
knew
Animal
it was a
Crossing.
trash game from the get. Everyone's like, Animal Crossing, guys, this is great. Let's fly to my island. We got the dodo. Let's fucking fly to the hey, you're gonna come. I got turnips, bro. Let's trade turnips. The turnip exchange. Oh, Mike, you should play this game. Yeah, sure, guys, no problem. Where are we now?
Mike,
The game's in the gutter.
It is not in the gutter. There are also plenty of people that still play it.
I still think about playing it on the regular.
You're wrong.
I put in an unhealthy amount of hours into that game.
Yeah,
like
I
more than enough got my money's worth out of that game. I think that if
I agree 100%.
COVID did not happen, we would have probably played the game over a longer span of time instead of jammed into a smaller span of time.
I did the same thing with that game as that what I did with the 3DS.
Then why the fuck do you even want more content if you wouldn't have played it for a long period of time?
Because I want to continue to play it. Like I want. But
you literally just said you wouldn't. You wouldn't have.
I would. I would continue. I'm saying I wouldn't. I would have played the beginning, like during COVID, the same way. Because I remember the picture of me with my asleep with my 3DS playing. I played was it New Leaf? Is that the 3DS one?
Yes.
I played that game probably 8 hours a day for like a month when that came out. I was obsessed. Same with New Horizon, but. I don't need much. Just hey, we're still around because they only supported that game for like a year and a half, maybe even less than a year and a half, and cool. They gave us some stuff afterwards. That's great. I just wish they could give they could give me one update a year, and I'd be like, cool. I want to go back to that game and actually
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they were pretty upfront about what the plan for that game was, though. Like it was like, hey, we're doing this and doing this. I mean, they've done. Nintendo doesn't really do live service stuff. I mean, Splatoon, they also end up being very clear about how long they're going to support it for.
Smash and Mario Kart seem kind of like live servicey. They supported that
Smash,
way longer.
Smash is not getting anything new. They made that clear.
Saying, how long did they support that game for though?
But I think they were pretty clear about their roadmap for that game. It's like no surprise.
Animal Crossing's the second highest
game
for
not a planned thing. If COVID didn't happen, I don't think that game did what it did. It would have done well. It would have done great, but I don't think it would have done what it did.
I get that it wasn't planned, but I'm saying at this point they could do something minute. Dude, all they're doing recently is fucking remakes and remasters of fucking games. They can't fucking do a minor update once a year for fucking Animal Crossing. All they're doing is remaking old games and then the occasional new game or here and there. I feel like even Splatoon, they're fucking doing a horrible job with Splatoon 3.
I don't even think you know what you would want from an Animal Crossing update. What would you want them to do?
Anything.
But they gave you a very sizable update with Happy Island Designer or whatever.
Yep.
I guarantee you didn't even play it.
No, I played the shit out of it.
Island Designer, no fucking way. There's no way you did.
I finished it all. Dude, that's how I got my ice bar for my club. I just need they could. I just want something to say, hey, we're still here, kind of thing. I don't need a lot. I definitely don't need them to go knee deep into this, but I just think it's so weird that this is the second best-selling game for the Switch, 42 million plus copies. Now, did they expect that? Maybe not. But just knowing that they had that big of a sales push with this game.
Yeah, and
we're not going to get.
I mean,
we're not going to get another game for
Todd.
We're not going to.
You're trying to say something business savvy. They have this thing. They're not making more money if they update it. They made their money. There's the business answer. They'll make a new Animal Crossing.
I mean, if they do another paid DLC, if you don't think people would buy another paid DLC, we'll easily.
I mean, maybe
even at this point.
But how many people? How many people?
I think a lot. I think it would bring back a lot of
I
people.
don't think it
that
would
were
bring
like,
back more than half, and that's
a
being
lot of people.
generous. I think it would bring
A
back
lot of people.
maybe 2 million people out of
But
that
here's the
40.
problem. Here's the problem, and I don't want to. I know we've already talked about this too much, but
Something that wasn't in the direct. We're having a direct conversation. We're talking about.
no, I know, but like, because I just keep on seeing remakes and remasters, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, but you have something really like a huge deal, especially to the Switch. Like this is like something that like I think this is something, and like you said, that maybe they didn't expect it. This that made the Switch bigger than it even should have been. Is Animal Crossing? I really do.
I mean, I don't.
It brought in so many walks of life. It brought in like adults, kids,
Yeah, but
everything. Like,
I mean, I don't know how many kids are playing Animal Crossing, but
yeah, that's true. I mean, it's probably more adult. That's insane that if it's mostly adults.
But I think that Nintendo's lineup for the Switch in general pulls in every type of like game player. Like it pulls in casual, hardcore. Like it pulls in every type of thing. Like they have two of the best Zelda games, if not two of, some people would say, the best games ever made. They have Mario Odyssey. They have Mario Kart 8, which is the best-selling Mario Kart, one of the best-selling games of all time. They have Animal Crossing, which is one of the best-selling games of all time. They have all of these things pulling in all these other people on top of amazing indie games, you know, all these other ports, all of these remakes and remasters. I mean, you're talking about like complaining about remakes and remasters. Nintendo has a deep catalog of games that are trapped on plenty of platforms. They don't make them forward accessible, which is a different issue. But like being able to play something that was trapped in the Wii U, which I think they've done a pretty good job.
It's too bad they don't have like an online service where you can play their old games.
It's Nintendo. I mean, they do business a very specific way, for better or for worse, and a lot of times not for consumer forward better. But
my biggest thing,
I do agree with Todd though that I mean it's not Animal Crossing itself, but COVID plus Animal Crossing definitely sold units of.
100%, 100%. Like Animal Crossing is a monster. Animal Crossing is like if it wasn't if Nintendo didn't consider Animal Crossing for them like a core fucking franchise for them, they absolutely do now.
Yeah, it definitely was like the perfect storm with people sitting in their house and Animal Crossing.
Everyone was begging them to release it early because COVID was going on. But the I don't know, the biggest issue I have was with the support that it got for the first year. Basically, added in stuff that was in the previous game. So like we're not getting some miraculous little like the first year, the only big thing they gave us was the happy home thing that they gave us. Everything else was like you can finally go in the water.
This is not a fucking episode about Animal Crossing. What are we doing right now?
I'm just saying like it's
the one thing you wanted out of this direct and every direct is you want Animal Crossing. I'm sorry.
No, I would never expect that because they said it's dead. They said that we're done with it after Happy Home. They were like, we're done. Like, I get it.
Ready? Congratulations. Mario Kart 9 and Animal Crossing are going to be titles on the next console. That's what they are. So if you want more Animal Crossing, I will be blown away if you get another one before that. Same thing with Mario Kart. They're going to ride that. There was a reason why they did a sizable DLC for Mario Kart 8 because they know Mario Kart 9 is going to be a Switch 2 game or whatever the fuck next console is.
Just to bring it back full circle, I'm only saying this because every time I see a Nintendo Direct, one of their major things is a remake or a remaster, and I'm like
I mean, but you have to look at where they're at. Again, there are games that are trapped on the Wii U, and they're realizing, hey, the 3DS is now officially not supported, and there are tons of games on that platform that are going to be lost there. So let's bring over games from that platform.
Sales, though, because I won't buy these because I don't know if they're gonna... I'm not going to buy Metroid Prime remake. I'm not going to buy.
But there are plenty of people that are going to do it.
Oh, sure.
There's a lot of people. Metroid Prime remake, first of all, is the second highest reviewed game of this year.
Oh, I know. It's like 97.
Yeah, and it sold fantastically. So you are in the minority.
Well, that's going back to a whole nother conversation because did it sell fantastically? And Metroid?
I mean, it did, but it sold great for the franchise. But but Todd, I don't know what the fuck you're even trying to say because two of your favorite thing. But those games are never going to sell well. You're comparing it to Animal Crossing.
Well, then why is that their focus?
It's not their focus. Zelda is their focus. There's their focus.
Sure.
Okay.
So Zelda,
Zelda and Mario are their focus. Getting back to the Direct, there were 4 fucking Mario games. That's their focus. Mario, Zelda.
We knew that.
There's their
Especially with
focus.
the movie.
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to like. You're wondering why, like,
Yeah, 4 Mario games, and 2 of them are one's a port, and one's a remake.
damn, sucks.
Bang.
But that's the reality. I mean, Metroid, we're getting new games, and Metroid is never gonna crack what fucking Zelda and Mario do. But they sold well enough for those franchises. Like, it's when they put out a game for Metroid, they have a forecast of what a success to them is, and it's not 30 million. That's not what they're doing. They're like, all right, this game will hopefully crack, whatever, 5 million, whatever it may be. They have their expectations set for certain things, and they're weighed differently. But I also want to point out that 2 of your favorite things of this year were also fucking remakes, Dead Space and Resident Evil 4. So you're not adverse to liking those things.
But at this point, they're not even. No, of course, but those are like legit remakes. Like I don't know. Mario RPG was very it didn't really give much detail away if it was a remaster or a remake or what it was going to be.
I mean, that is essentially just looks like a remaster to me. Which again, that is a game that is hard to play legally. You can download a ROM, sure.
Wait, isn't it on fucking?
No.
Is it not on Nintendo Online? It's not.
No,
okay.
It is not. And this is probably the reason why, because they've been making this, and they're probably like, nope, we're gonna do that. And it's currently, I'm pretty sure, the top selling game on Amazon. So there are people that want it, myself included. As soon as it went up for pre-order, I purchased it. I have a Super Nintendo cartridge, and I have a Super Famicom cartridge. I am exactly the person Nintendo was marketing.
Yeah, we knew that. You were like fucking Gino, please.
Super Mario RPG is one of the greatest games ever made. I'm so excited that's coming back. But let's focus back to the Direct. So Todd hated the Direct. It's an F-.
Oh, and one other thing. No, it was no. Honestly, like the Mario alone is all I need. The new Mario game, that's perfectly fine. But I'm just, nothing else really seems to fucking stand out.
I mean, the new Mario game looks fucking phenomenal.
Exactly. Oh, I agree.
Wait, did you say new Pikmin? Yay!
No, I said new Detective Pikachu.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah.
Bro, you hate Pokemon. Of course you're not going to give a fuck about Detective Pikachu. But there are people that are fucking losing their mind because that game was announced so long ago.
But Todd hates Pokemon because they're all the same, and now this is the one Pokemon game that does something completely different.
Yeah.
It's a second game of that, right? Though there was one before it.
There was a 3DS one, yeah. I mean, listen, we are in the stage of the Switch. Like, I also don't know what exactly you're expecting, Todd. We're in the age of the Switch where the console's not on life support. Like, it's doing well, obviously, and it's releasing amazing first-party games like Tears of the Kingdom. But, like, it is obviously underpowered compared to a lot of the other third-party games that are coming out. So
it's part of this generation of consoles.
It's allegedly not part of this generation of consoles. We're in this stretch of this is now like a 6-year-old console. It's pretty underpowered. Nintendo is good about utilizing their technology, but third-party developers, like, you're not going to see Jedi Survivor on here. You're not going to see certain things come to this platform. So that is an obvious issue for certain reasons. But we're in the stage now of kind of surprised we're getting a new Mario game, to be honest, because because they could absolutely ride out the last few years of the Switch with ports and remakes. And I'm going to just say that's what I would expect for a majority of the rest of the Switch. Like, it's old at this point.
Mario in how long at this
point? Well, no, we haven't had a 2D. We haven't had a 2D Mario since the Wii U.
I don't think we'll get another 3D Mario.
No, probably not.
That'll be a launch title for the new Switch. Probably.
Yeah, like the next console is going to have a great launch lineup because I'm just going to say Metroid Prime 4 is probably going to be a launch title for the next console. I don't think that's unless they do a Zelda and they split it and they're like they don't want to piss people off, so they have a Switch version and a Switch 2 version. No, I'm saying they're going to do Metroid Prime what they did with Zelda.
Oh, gotcha.
At the end of the Wii, at the end of the GameCube, Twilight Princess launched on both. At the end of the Wii, oh wait, no. Not at the end of the Wii. The Wii did well. They didn't do that to the Wii U. At the end of the Wii U, they did Breath of the Wild and
at the end of the Wii U.
Yeah, I said the Wii.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucked. I was trying to think if Skyward Sword got a dual release and it did not.
No, that's why it got ported.
Exactly. So and that's like next year you'll probably see a Twilight Princess port and a Wind Waker port. Would be my guess.
Twilight Princess is on Wii.
Yep.
Wii was a popular console.
Wait,
I
Twilight Princess
mean,
was on Wii U, wasn't it? Didn't they have something
it
on
was
the
on-
Wii U?
Twilight Princess was on GameCube and.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of
Twilight
Wind
Princess
Waker.
and was on
I'm
GameCube
thinking
and
of
Wii.
Wind Waker.
It was a launch title for the Wii. Skyward Sword was only on the Wii, and then it got HD remaster on the Switch. And then on the Wii U, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess got HD ports to that. So yeah, I would expect you're going to see probably more 3DS games get ported over. You're going to see more, if there's anything really left from the Wii U to get ported over. I think you're going to see a lot of that stuff because, again, a lot of the big third-party companies are, unless they're making something exclusive for the Switch, which is not necessarily out of the question because, again, the Switch is one of the best-selling consoles of all time. Plenty of people.
Yeah, that's not part of this console generation.
It's also true. But yeah, I mean, I am surprised we're getting a brand new Mario on top of a port of a Luigi game, a port of Super Mario RPG, and a new Princess Peach game. Which I wish they showed more of the Princess Peach game because I'm very intrigued with what that's going to be.
So it's like,
Yes, next year.
Yeah.
I mean, they already have a stacked year this year. Fire Emblem Engage, Metroid Prime Remastered, Tears of the Kingdom, Pikmin 4, Mario RPG, Pikmin 1 and 2, which I think is also like a fucking awesome announcement from the Direct. Like, I love the Pikmin games, and being able to have all 4 of the mainline games on the Switch is kind of awesome.
if it's at a proper online, you could just be able to buy that. Like, and or do it always carry over from every
I was going to
console?
say it, but I'm glad somebody else did.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's like a fun joke, but really, Microsoft
crazy.
is the only one that does
There's no
that, though.
defending that, though.
No. They have Nintendo Switch online, and they have N64 games on it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, fucking stupid.
So Pikmin could be there.
Pikmin is a GameCube game.
The first Pikmin was a GameCube game. I thought the
Pikmin
first
1 and 2.
Pikmin was on
Pikmin 1 and 2
N64.
are on GameCube. Wii U is 3. Hey Pikmin is 3DS. Pikmin 4
I thought
is
the first Pikmin was on N64.
No, that would be fucking wild if it was that old. No, Pikmin 1 was I think it was a GameCube launch title.
Okay.
I think launch titles for GameCube were Pikmin, Smash, and Luigi's Mansion, and then like third-party stuff.
Is Splatoon considered a huge success for Nintendo?
A new IP that sells pretty well and has a dedicated fan base.
Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
think it is.
They never talk up that game. It's like I feel like they abandoned that game relatively quick too.
What game?
Splatoon 3. Like I feel like there hasn't like
There was literally stuff in this direct about Splatoon 3.
Yeah, and it's
What? All right, I guess I'm just confused. When you say they abandoned it, what are you expecting them to do? What are you asking for?
I don't know. Like I feel like with multiplayer games, like a lot of I don't need like a season pass. I don't need shit like that. But just keep it fresh. Keep like shit always like happening like every couple months or something. I feel like
They have Splatfests every couple of months. That's not enough for you.
Splatoon is known for keeping it fresh. That's their motto. Besides being a kid or a squid.
I just think that the reality is there's a lot of games pulling at your attention, and Splatoon is just not one for you.
No, I fucking love Splatoon, and I'd play it anytime. But like,
you don't.
I mean, if someone drops out of a match, the whole match quits. Like, like there's a lot of problems with Splatoon 3. Like, there's fucking, like you can't. I don't know. I still think the game is fucking incredible, but I feel like I don't know. You know how like every console has like they're like, oh, this is our like multiplayer game. I feel like Nintendo.
Does
like,
every console have that? Because what's PlayStation's? I'm confused.
I mean, yeah, PlayStation doesn't have one.
Okay,
probably.
so
like,
again, I don't.
I got Foam Stars coming out though.
Well, yeah, they got that.
Hey.
Yeah.
There's a court battle right now. Their multiplayer game is Call of Duty.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I guess I just don't know what you're asking them to do with Splatoon.
I'm not asking for anything. I just feel like every game of theirs that is not Mario or Zelda gets like this, like we're gonna give it a year go, and then we're gonna fucking be like, yeah,
They
it's fucking good.
supported Splatoon 2 for how long, Mike? 3 years?
Splatoon 2, a strange amount of time because it came out launch year
Of Switch. Came in 2017.
Switch, and then when did Splatoon 2 come out?
Splatoon 3.
I mean, Splatoon 3. Yeah,
I don't know.
A year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. Nah, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, they're still
Regardless,
doing regular updates to Splatoon 3. I mean, they have Splatfest all the time. They do other things. I mean, the shop rotates. I just think that the way Splatoon does its live servicey type things is not what you care about. But I don't think this is again why I'm very confused why you're picking apart Splatoon right now on these specific things, because I don't think you actually like live service games.
No, I just all this comes if they're done well, I like them, but like
I don't think you do.
well that often.
Besides Fortnite, what is a live service game that you enjoy? I don't think there is one.
I don't know what's considered a live service game, to be honest with you. Like,
you love Marvel Snap.
Something that, Marvel Snap.
Yeah.
But I would argue that Marvel Snap doesn't do a lot. They add like variants in, and they just had a major update that added like new game modes. But like outside of that, I don't think they do a lot.
I know you haven't played in a while, but like every day there's something new.
Yeah, but that's like Splatoon. Splatoon adds new clothes like every day. They rotate stuff in and out.
Talk about a T-shirt.
No, they add
shit. No, I know.
They add new colors.
No, I know. But I think Splatoon also does roll in like new sets of fashion every few months. Mike, am I incorrect here? Don't they have like like an in-game catalog that has new things that come to the game? Pretty sure they do.
Do the clothes affect gameplay?
Yes.
They
have stats.
The clothes have stats.
Okay.
But I don't know if they're adding new guns or anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, your gear is very important in Splatoon. Like your build, it's part of your build. I don't know. We're like going off on weird tangents.
It all comes back to like remakes and remasters from them, and everyone just eats it up. And I'm like, is that what?
I don't think everyone just eats it up. I mean, listen, if you, they don't though. Like
if we got a Max Payne trilogy remaster, Todd would be all over.
That's what I'm saying. Like
a completely different conversation.
No, we're getting one, but we're getting it from ground up from Remedy. Like it's going back to Remedy. It's not fucking we're getting like.
But you're gonna fucking blow a load in your pants over that, and it's just a fucking remake of a game you already played.
Yeah, but like
it's the same shit. It's the same thing.
But that's been my argument from day one. I said like I want like Resident Evil style remakes if they're going to give like the RE4
The Dead Space is not a Resident Evil style remake. Most remakes are not Resident Evil style remakes.
No, the Dead Space was pretty much like RE4 remake. It was pretty much the same thing.
I don't know about that.
It was, but I'm just saying like I don't know. I give up.
I don't listen. If you don't care about Mario, this is not a great direct for you. The focus of this direct was Mario. From the middle to the end, the focus was Mario. They at the middle of the direct dropped Mario RPG, followed by Princess Peach, followed by Luigi's Dark Moon port. And then I think they cut to the hosts and they were like, "Oh, it's a great direct if you're a Mario fan or whatever." And then they show a bunch of other shit and then they end with Mario Wonder. If you don't give a fuck about Mario, maybe not a great direct, because the other big highlights from it are Pikmin 4, which is a game we know about. So like it's just more information on a game we know about. So you can argue, whatever, not a big deal. It opens with Pokemon DLC, which again, if Todd hates Pokemon, so any Pokemon announcement, both the DLC and Detective Pikachu 2, mean nothing to Todd. A lot of third-party stuff spliced in between.
Be a good Pokemon game. That's all I'm asking for.
You're never gonna like a Pokemon game. It's fine. I don't think Pokemon is gonna ever do what you want to do, so you're just never gonna like it.
Just try a little bit.
I don't think they're gonna ever do what you're gonna do. So just ignore.
They're never gonna try, is what you're saying.
I think they're never gonna try to appease what you want. They're gonna keep doing what they do. It's a fucking.
Oh, give me bare bones minimum. That's not a janky mess.
And listen, I'm not trying to defend it, but that's what they're doing. They're giving you bare bones minimum.
Everyone eats it up. This is my whole point. Everyone eats this shit up. They're like, I'm gonna buy it. It's Pokemon. And then everyone's crying. It doesn't work for the first 2 weeks, and they're like, it's still the best game ever.
I don't think people are saying Scarlet and Violet are the best game ever. It actually did not review that well. It sold well, but it did not review that well.
It's like,
yeah, you can like a game that isn't a fucking 10 out of 10. You can like a game that isn't
the
best game ever made.
I've played the last 3 Pokemon games, and I'm just like, I don't get it. And it's not about
Again,
the
I
gameplay.
don't. It is about
They're
the gameplay.
janky fucking.
I
Well, they're
don't think you like
janky
Pokemon.
messes. No,
Someone else talk. Anyone else talk, please. Jesus
Todd, you
fucking
got this.
Christ. Yes, I think this.
I just stopped playing Pokemon because I
Yeah.
mean I played Arceus. I enjoyed Arceus,
Yeah.
but I know that the mainline games like are not my thing anymore.
And
Like,
that's
I loved
fine.
them when they first came out, and then by I don't know. I tried X and Y. I tried I don't know, something else in there. But like I played them, it was the same shit, and I was like, all right, well, I'm done buying Pokemon games.
I think Scarlet and Violet, they take some big swings on certain stuff, and I think the end content of the story is very, very good, and I think it is worth getting to in that game. But if you don't Todd can argue all he wants. I don't think Todd cares for the core of what Pokemon is. So they're never going to get you with anything else.
Core as far as like
I
long
don't
game
think
of,
you.
like,
I don't
developing
think you care
eggs and
about what it
stuff,
is.
or-
I just don't think you care. No.
Well, I mean,
No, I just.
no, because
I
it's
don't
like
think
a
you care about.
turn-based style RPG.
I don't think you
and
care
that's
about this
shit.
turn-based game, though. I think you want something
Yeah, because like
more
I feel
like
it's too simple.
Octopath. And that's fine. If it's too simple for you, it's not a game
But,
for
like,
you.
Okay, simple is one thing, but then it's a janky mess. It feels like I feel like I'm playing like a 10-year-old game. Especially even I know you guys said you liked Arceus. Arceus played like a fucking very old game. It might have had some things that you liked and some evolutions of the franchise you liked.
I
But
don't
that
think
game
any of
played
us
like it's
came on
fucking-
this podcast just now and said Arceus or Scarlet and Violet are masterpieces. 10 out of 10 don't have issues. I don't think
No, I'm
anyone's
not
saying
saying
that.
either. I'm saying they don't even play
All
like a
I'm
fucking
saying is that,
10-year-old
like,
game though.
listen, I can sit back and understand why someone likes Red Dead Redemption 2. I personally don't like that game, and I don't think it's good. Both of those things can be correct. Both of those things can be correct.
That one's a weird argument because some people regard RDR2 as like one
and-
of the greatest games of all time.
And that's fine, and I can understand that.
And nobody's going to bat for
No,
those Pokemon games.
and I'm not trying to say that I'm.
It's just a weird argument.
I get what you're
I was trying to
say.
say
I
that
get it.
Scarlet Violet was the best game ever made, then that's a different thing.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
simply
understand
saying
what you're saying.
I can understand why someone likes a game objectively, and I understand that. I just don't think the game's good, and that's
I'm
just where I stand.
confused by how big of an IP it is and how like I feel like as a game, like core mechanics kind of view, like it's very basic, and I just don't get like how they can make so much money out of a game like this. With, like they had films, they had everything, and it seems like they're barely trying.
I don't know. We can have a whole separate episode on Pokemon and what you think they're doing right and wrong, Todd. But we're trying to talk about the direct because I think there were plenty of great things in here. Like Penny's Big Breakaway was a new. I don't think I've heard of this game before. I think it was a new announcement in this. It's from the team that worked on a team that worked on Sonic Mania. It's like a 3D platformer with a yo-yo. I feel like that's up Mike's jam just off the concept. But that looked great. Like it gave me Billy Hatcher vibes, which is like another offshoot Sega 3D platformer from the GameCube. So I kind of hope that's good. I think there was another. I don't know. That stupid fucking pigeon rhythm game looked fun to me. Like I might fucking play that. I like dumb rhythm games. So good party game. I feel like there was another smaller title that I'm just looking through a list right now that I enjoyed from here. Yeah, I mean there was that Saturday morning cartoon roguelike that I don't know if I'll ever play it, but it did look kind of cool. It's like a 4-player co-op thing.
Yeah, it looked interesting.
I mean, Dragon Quest Monster is another big one. Not a game for Todd. So I get it. There's a lot in this direct that is just not things for Todd.
I feel like that's every direct though. That's the problem. Like that I have with Nintendo. It's like
Yeah.
I feel like like minus Mario and Zelda, which is like I'm gonna buy those regardless. I'm like, what else you got? You know, like, and it's always like remakes and remasters.
I mean, you say you're a big Luigi guy. I'm surprised you're not happy they're porting over a game you didn't finish.
Wait, I did finish that.
Dark Moon? There's no way you beat Dark Moon on the 3DS.
Wait, is Dark Moon?
That's the 3DS
second
game,
one, right? I'm pretty sure I either was at the end of that or whatever. I would rather them bring back fucking what's it call it? Luigi's Mansion 2. Give me that. Or is that?
That is Luigi's Mansion 2.
No.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
sorry. I'm thinking of the first game. I'm thinking of the fucking GameCube game.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So you want a port? I missed that. You
No,
want
I
a
don't.
port.
I don't even want any of that. I'd rather like a new Luigi's game. Like
You
like
got a new Luigi's game on the Switch already.
yeah, no, I know it was great. It's fucking amazing. It's a great game. More.
I think fundamentally
think?
Todd will never be pleased. I don't think it is possible to please Todd. I think Todd is an unsatiable person.
Listen, games like Tears of the Kingdom are like there's very few games I play that pull me away from fucking everything, and Nintendo did that with Tears. Like pulled me away from my Xbox.
It's not good
from
enough
like,
though.
my
Not good
PlayStation.
enough. It's not good enough.
No, listen, it's fucking phenomenal. But like, and like Mario games, we talk about this all the time. I play 3D World on a regular basis with the kids. I like fucking love that game. I love any Mario, so you can just throw Mario at me all day long.
They literally did. They threw four of them at you.
No,
They fucking threw four of them
I
at you.
I know, but I'm more like Mario guy. Like
And they gave
I'm
you
glad
Mario
were
Wonder,
excited
which
about
we've barely talked about. That game looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like looks
absolutely.
fantastic.
That's like that was the star of the show for me. That's like like you sold. Just give me a new. You don't even have to show me anything. I kind of wish they didn't because like I wish I jumped into that game like blind.
Hold
and
on.
Didn't like.
I just need to pick this apart. Just give me a new Mario. I'll be happy. They gave you new Mario. I'm not happy.
No, I'm saying that's all I expect from them. That was Mario and Zelda and Splatoon.
So then you should. I feel like your expectations are properly set for a direct.
I can't hold Animal Crossing in a high regard because I like can't expect that ever. And like they've already said, we're going to discontinue support on that. So like that would be another one I'd be like all fucking day long, baby. But
so okay, I got it now. So here's what Todd needs. Todd needs a direct to just be every time. Here's a new Zelda, a new Animal Crossing, and a new Mario game. That's what it has to be every time. Or Todd can't be.
And a new Splatoon.
Oh, sorry, and new Splatoon.
Tears of the Kingdom is enough for like like I put enough time in that game where I don't even think there's many games in the last 2 years I put that much time into, and I'm not even close to done with it yet. So
yeah,
What
does everyone else think of Mario Wonder? Because it's obviously a star of this.
Yeah, I mean it looks fine. I'll play it.
Turn into an elephant.
Turn into an elephant.
Do you think everyone turns into an elephant, or everyone has separate abilities?
Joe, that's so weird you say that because me and Liam were just talking about this, and he's like, wait, we're gonna see Toad as an elephant? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I didn't think about that, and now I'm confused. Yeah, like I don't know what to expect.
Like I would imagine.
I'm wondering if they're all different animals.
That'd be
cool. I hope so.
I think that's why they purposely only show Mario, because I feel like they're gonna continue to lead up to the marketing of the game with like, here's Peach, she turns into this, and
if you look at the fruit, it looks like it has like a little Mario like hat built into the fruit.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also red, and an elephant's not red, so why would it be red? So I think everyone's gonna have their own thing.
I love how the flowers talk to you. Like they're like, you don't ever hear that stuff, and they're just like always talking, like in the trailer for it.
Because that's Mario's fever dream.
Yeah, the style of this game is great. Like I love what they're deciding to do with like you do something and the game's like wonderful, like shit like that. Like I just it feels like it works really well. And I love like the character animations, like when you jump high in the air and they like fucking go like woo, like spread their arms and stuff, like
and when they're holding their hat.
Yeah, like it's so good. It like immediately when I saw this trailer for the first time, all I could think of was like the original Nintendo Power cover with like claymation Mario jumping. That's what it's like. It's not claymation, but that's like kind of the vibe it gave me. So I'm pumped. I love 2D Mario games, so this is like, and I like some of the new Super Mario Brothers games. Like they get weird hate for some reason, but I do enjoy those games. I've played them all, but the Super Mario Brothers, new Super Mario Brothers 1 and 2, the DS and 3DS games are like, I think really, really good Mario games. But I'm happy.
People don't like the Wii one?
People don't like most of the new Super Mario Brothers games.
Oh, dude, the Wii one was so good.
I think I like the Wii U one better, but
yeah, that's what I meant. I meant the Wii U.
Yeah. The Wii U one is good, but yeah, they I'm excited for them to like take 2D Mario and like a new like art style. That's obviously a little bit different, but like they're doing other fun things with it. I'm curious to see what other types of like gameplay mechanics change with these like wonder seeds and all this other stuff going on in the game with Elephant, obviously. So
You know what's wild to me? We still got no new Donkey Kong game. It's fucking crazy, especially after Tropical Freeze and how good that game was. It blows my mind that like I don't know how long it's been, but it's crazy.
I mean, I think that's a prime example of they probably had better
Oh,
expectations for
isn't that
how
gonna be
that
their
was going to
next
sell,
movie
and it
then?
did not. I don't think it sold that well.
Isn't Donkey Kong going to be their next movie?
I don't know
I'm
about that,
a,
but I
'cause
think the best thing that the Mario movie is going to do for the video games is that there is such a reinvigoration in Mario as a thing, and probably a lot of people who either haven't played a Mario game in a long time or are new to Mario because of the movie. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like I don't think it's by accident that they were like, perfect. We're gonna fucking show, because the fact that they didn't give whatever the Princess Peach game is, the fact that they didn't give it like a title or really anything about it means that that game was probably not something they normally would have shown at this point. But because the Mario movie is so successful, they're like, here's Mario RPG, here's a Princess Peach game, here's a Luigi game, here's a Mario game. I wouldn't be shocked if we get a Bowser game at some point, and I wouldn't be surprised if Donkey Kong if it's not currently in development, is like feverishly being worked on right now. So I don't know. It was a great direct for me personally. I mean, Super Mario RPG is something Dom and I were talking before the direct aired. There was a rumor going around from a reputable like leaker saying new Mario game is going to be revealed, and a new 2D Mario is going to be revealed, and a Super Nintendo remake or remaster or whatever. And we were like speculating what we thought that could be, and my fucking pie in the sky was Super Mario RPG. Did I expect it to be that? Absolutely not. Am I happy it's that? I'm fucking through the fucking roof. So for me personally, this direct was a very good direct because I got Mario RPG and a new 2D Mario game. So I'm a very happy person.
I'm just happy I'm finally going to be able to play Arkham Trilogy.
Weird one. I think that followed
about time.
I think
it
that
is about time.
was what they transitioned to after the 3 middle Mario games, and I was just like, very weird transition.
I mean, sure. I mean, I don't understand. That is one game, one port that I will give Todd. Like, I don't understand why they're porting that game to the Switch.
Yeah, it makes no sense. That's what people wanted that when the Switch launched. They were like, when are we getting Arkham? You know, like, or the Arkham series.
I mean, that's like
when that port was released. I mean, announced that I had an honest, like, just I couldn't remember. I thought that it was already on the Switch. It was on everything else at this point.
Right? Yeah.
Well, that was what I was just going to ask. Is the first Arkham game, Arkham Asylum, is how many generations old?
That was a 360 game, I think.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was a 360 game.
Which is probably why it's getting ported to the Switch.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't on the GameCube.
Or
the Wii, I guess. Oh, was Arkham on the Wii? I have no idea, actually. I feel like there was probably there was
one of them.
You know what? There was definitely a Wii U game
version.
There was definitely a Wii U. There's definitely a Wii U one because I have a physical copy because I bought it clearance for like $3.
It's Arkham City was on the Wii U, I believe. It's
I think
Arkham. It's all white.
I think Arkham. Yes, Arkham City was on the Wii. I do recall the all white cover. I think Arkham Asylum had a Wii version, like a special version, like built for the Wii.
I'm not surprised. Probably a motion controls or something.
You shook the Wiimote to activate detective vision. You're like,
throwing batarangs.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
What else? There was something else.
I used to look on the Nintendo Shop so much I couldn't even imagine going on the Nintendo Shop now because it's so disorganized still, and like it's like so like dizzying looking at like new releases because it's just like games after game after game.
Yeah, listen, Nintendo has plenty of issues. Their curation on their online is not great.
There's a couple things we didn't talk about. Metal Gear, which I'm happy to see is coming to the Switch.
I'm also happy to find out that that's getting a physical print, which I will probably buy because that's fucking pretty cool.
Probably won't buy it for the Switch, but
I'll probably buy it for Xbox. But
yeah, I mean, it's cool to see that they're coming to the Switch.
Yeah, like, that is cool.
Yeah. But we didn't mention Wario's getting a new fucking WarioWare.
Yo, does
also
anyone
pumped
play
about
those
that.
games though? Like, what's the last?
I
I
haven't-
have the other Switch game on my shelf. I played the whole thing. I beat it. I
haven't
like
played it.
We'll look at
WarioWare.
your time right now and see how long you put into it.
I beat it,
No,
but
fucking,
how else to what? That's not good enough.
I'm saying like, no, I'm not saying that, but like that
I
game.
got the
didn't they just
enjoyment that
release
I
it,
got
like,
out of
2
it.
years ago.
Yeah, well, I think it's
But
called
that game-
WarioWare Get It Together. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I if I had more instances where I could play couch co-op with someone, I would probably play that
Yeah.
game more often. But I got my
They're
enjoyment out of it.
They're doing well enough that they're still making the fucking games.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that love that stuff.
I mean, it's basically shovelware, so I mean, it's not like they put
no,
a
it's
lot of
not.
effort into
No,
it.
it's not. There are people, Todd. Just because you do not like something does not mean that blanket it's bad.
I always liked WarioWare, but I'll admit it's shovelware.
What WarioWare game do you like? Name
I don't
one
know,
Wario game you like.
I don't know. Oh, probably the one that came out for the Wii U, whatever that was, because I know I played that one.
I don't
Fan of
believe you bought
WarioWare.
that.
Name 3 WarioWare games.
WarioWare 1, WarioWare 2, and WarioWare 3.
I know that's not me. I set the bar too low.
I really don't know sometimes what Todd. I sometimes just don't understand Todd. I think Todd just likes to complain about shit sometimes.
No, I don't.
There are people that are very excited that a new WarioWare game is coming because
Listen, I'm sure
those
all
games
5
don't
of those
sell
people are
crazy.
excited, but fucking,
Oh
yeah,
my
that's what I'm
God.
saying. Like,
But it has its fan base. There are people that like WarioWare. Like that's a thing that people enjoy.
and there are 42 million plus people who like WarioWare.
Not every game is forecasted to do that, Todd. If that was the case, I hate to burst your bubble. Most games don't sell 40 million copies.
Trust me, I know.
Two Switch games.
WarioWare.
I'm gonna
No. 2 Switch games have sold more than 40 million
Yeah.
copies.
right.
So-
yeah.
Switch has the highest attach rate for first party games. So
No, the joke with that was that Animal Crossing was 42 million.
no, we get the joke. we got it.
Todd the clown, but he makes me laugh.
Adam.
Todd wants an Animal Crossing game that's just mini games, just all mini games.
No,
They
no.
did that on the Switch, on the Wii U.
I know. I was gonna say they did do that. It was.
Well,
just-
that's the thing. Do you know they still support Pocket Camp? Like it gets regular updates.
I don't think it does.
100% does.
A mobile game by design is to make you spend money. Is that what you would like? Is that what you want? Do you want it to just be a microtransaction game? No, you don't. No, you don't.
Just
Don't say that. That's
I'm
not what you
saying-
want.
No, I would like more content, and I'll pay for it every
Okay,
single time.
an unrealistic ask in how video games function in today's day.
Sure.
The most live service game that all 4 of us play is Fortnite, and let me tell you, you pay for a lot of shit in that game.
Not anymore. But I probably should cancel my thing on that
You
because I
didn't.
feel like I don't play enough. Yeah, because I'm an
But you
idiot.
didn't.
If you saw my bank account, you'd be like, "Dude, get it together.
Uh,
Cancel this shit."
I don't know.
WarioWare, get it together.
I can understand why people wouldn't enjoy this direct because it's I think a very specific direct. But I am surprised that we got as much as we did, and for me personally,
I think it was.
a pretty good
I think people weren't expecting a lot because like of what we got already this year.
direct. Yeah, I mean, honestly, in a year of Zelda, I did not expect Nintendo to really give us much else big. Pikmin 4 is big, but again, Pikmin 4, if it sells more than 5 million copies, I think is probably going to be a big deal for that franchise. I am honestly shocked they are porting Pikmin 1 and 2 to the Switch. That just makes and that just they probably were like, listen, I mean, they clearly had already planned this, but I think also like hoping, all right, we fucking shadow drop Metroid Prime remaster the day that we did that direct. Hopefully Pikmin 1 and 2 see that same sort of like bump. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Anything else about the direct? I mean, I can talk all day about Mario RPG and how that's a big deal, but I think it's very clear that that was also a highlight for me. So
Yeah,
I just wish it was a new game and not just.
That would be cool. Yeah.
that'd be great.
yeah, I mean, Todd, it would be cool. You don't give a fuck about Mario RPG.
No, but I would like I like.
You never played the first one. This is the perfect way for you to play it. Unless it's a bad remake, which I don't expect it to be. I expect it to be on the level of Link's Awakening.
Like,
So like it's
I
gonna
expect
be
it to be like a RE4 remaster.
well.
yeah.
I think this is them this is such a bizarre thing, in my opinion. Like, it's a thing that has a feverish fan base. It is a bizarre thing, in my opinion, as someone in that fan base, for them to remake, which makes me think that if this game does well,
Then they're gonna put Gino in Smash.
they're gonna
Finally.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't even want to think about that because now that's all my brain is thinking about. But I think this could be them then continuing in making another game.
Give me Paper Mario instead. You know,
They
Fuck
did.
fucking your stupid RPG.
They already did.
No,
Origami
yeah,
King.
that's so different. Yeah, no, that's a good game, but a completely different like combat system and everything. It was like more
So you
like
don't. So what do you want? You don't want a new Paper Mario game? What do you want?
no, I want a new Paper Mario game, but just like different from I feel like they kind
What
of
kind of
changed it every
combat do you
time.
want in Paper Mario?
I
Because it
didn't
hasn't been that way in a
dislike-
long time. But you know what Paper Mario's combat came from? Super Mario RPG. So I think you want Super
Yeah,
Mario
sure.
RPG. No.
Mario.
Paper
what
Mario's
Mario
combat
and
is
Luigi's
Super Mario RPG's combat. The old Paper Mario's. That's what it is.
Wait. Oh, old Paper Mario's. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the newer one. I'm like, oh, the circular thing where you gotta like
No.
rotate and shit.
Super Mario RPG
Yeah.
is a turn-based action input, turn-based RPG.
Where would we put Mario and Luigi games?
Similar to Paper Mario. Mario and Luigi games are dead. They closed that studio.
Yeah. Okay. No, but like I enjoyed those games too. I'm just curious if like
So
that's
you
the same
probably really
style
like
as,
Super Mario RPG.
No, I'm sure I would. But is it fucking just a remake? Is it just like, hey, a new shiny coat of paint and here's $60, pay for it? When we could just put it on Nintendo Online?
You never played it. But it's literally a game that you want, but you don't want it. It's like literally what you're asking for. I want a new Paper Mario game, but I want it to have turn-based combat, not like
I'll play
Origami
Mario
King.
RPG on, give me the old Mario RPG. I'll play it.
You can go buy a $99 cartridge off eBay in a Super Nintendo that you probably don't have, or buy a Super Nintendo Classic because it's on there.
I think I do.
I don't know.
I do have one of those.
It's very bizarre that you just described a Paper Mario game you want, and they're giving you that, and
You know what?
arguably a better one, because I think that it
what-
is better than Paper Mario, and I've played most of the Paper Mario games.
So my favorite Paper Mario was the Wii one.
So
What
you
was
don't
that
want
about?
a turn-based combat game because the Wii one is not a turn-based
It was
combat
like
game.
you jumped on it
Which
yourself
one's
in that
Wii?
game,
Thousand
right?
Year Door?
No, it's just Super Paper
No.
Mario.
Yeah.
It's the
I
one where
feel
you
like it didn't do that well.
went switched like
Yeah,
dimensions.
you switched from
Yeah,
like,
that was not turn-based combat. That was just jumping on enemies with a hammer and jumps.
That game gave me a headache.
I can see
Anyways,
that.
I think that wraps
So
up.
back to Animal Crossing.
Which one? Where
anyways,
was? What system was Thousand Year Door on?
GameCube.
GameCube.
Which, like, if you were telling me they were going to remaster a game, I feel like
that would be the one.
Thousand Year Door probably has like better mind share for them to remaster over Super Mario RPG. I'm very, very confused by them doing it. I'm very happy they are, but I'm very confused. It really makes me think they're going to hopefully this is going to sell well, and they're going to make a second game because it is a unique game. It's a collaboration with Square Enix. There are Square Enix characters hidden in it. There's like a secret boss fight where you can fight an enemy from Final Fantasy.
Spoilers.
I'm curious if that's going to still be
enemy from Final Fantasy.
I don't know if it's
Oh,
an
so you're
actual.
fighting-
I don't know if it's an actual boss from Final Fantasy or if it's
Sakura?
made up. No, Culex, is that a real boss from Final Fantasy? I don't know.
Oh, that's a huge spoiler. You just ruined it.
Culex, robots for everyone.
Culex?
It's literally not. It's an optional hidden boss fight.
I'm joking.
This is my actual theory: is that Super Mario RPG was supposed to become what Kingdom Hearts became, but it would have been Nintendo and Final Fantasy and not Disney and Final Fantasy because
Shame.
the composer is the same composer that does Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if they still do Kingdom Hearts. It's a collaboration with Square Enix. It hides Square Enix stuff in there. It seems like it would have done a similar thing, that they could have just visited different Nintendo
Did
worlds.
you play Kingdom Hearts?
I played the first one.
Because it doesn't hide.
Well, no,
Positively.
again,
In the
I
game.
think this would have just been like Nintendo, especially back then, was very protective about stuff. Like even for them to do a game with Square Enix was probably like not in a normal task.
It's funny because I was just going to bring up that recently whoever's in charge of Disney gaming. I don't remember what that umbrella is called anymore. It's not Disney Interactive.
No, I don't know
Whatever
what
their
it's called, but yeah.
whatever their Disney gaming thing. The guy in charge was like, I need more like elevator ideas. Like when somebody pitched Kingdom Hearts to us, it was like this crazy idea that like nobody ever thought we could do, and then we did it, and it's like super successful. Like I need more ideas like that. And then we get Super Mario RPG back, and I'm like, wonder if Disney and Nintendo would ever do something together.
I don't know. And I think that it probably, if we were in a different timeline where like Disney was making the Mario movie or Disney had the theme park rights or something, I think maybe. But I feel like because of that, it just, I mean, it's a separate business. I mean, it wouldn't be out of the possibility, but I don't know. I feel like Mickey and Mario being together, maybe not something that either company wants, because I feel like they probably feel like they both have something better than the other one. Maybe I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I also don't know what they would give us.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Even a 2D platformer would be cool.
I just feel like Mario platformers are so very specific in their control scheme that like they would just essentially make Mickey function like a Mario character, which wouldn't be a bad thing. I just don't know if Disney would want that. You know what I mean? Like they'd probably want it to be differentiated from Mario in some way.
Yeah, I mean, Luigi functions differently than Mario does.
Yeah, they can definitely do it. I just
what I mean?
I don't know what the.
Yeah, I don't
know what the
again,
benefit is.
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, you'll probably see a fucking Mario Minions game before that happens.
I know,
which is unfortunate.
Well, we got Mario Rabbids,
which I actually really love. So it's fucking.
There was also DLC for that in Direct.
Yes, there was DLC for that. All right,
Vampire Survivor. That was
Vampire Survivor coming to Switch is a big deal. Again, it doesn't like appeal to Todd necessarily because he's already played it, and I've already played it, and I've almost like 100% of the game. So I might buy it because I do love Vampire Survivors, but I'm not. It's not like a thing that's getting me fucking amped up. But I think that game is gonna probably do extremely well on the Switch, and that's a big deal.
A long time ago.
Yeah, it probably should have been on the Switch a long time ago. But that's gonna do really well, and it's gonna probably bring a lot of people some enjoyment that don't have a PC or don't have wherever else it is. And it also has 4-player fucking. It has 4-player fucking co-op, which is
wait, really?
Yes. And I don't know if that's going to be an update that comes to everything or if it's just on the Switch.
I think it's coming to everything.
Okay. But that's fucking cool.
Yo,
like,
let me know. I'm down for that shit. Like,
I don't. It might be couch co-op only. I don't know. Regardless,
it's also couch co-op only too.
It's okay.
It's fucking real cool. I mean, with the way the fucking that game functions, I'm like, I might just fucking pop a couple of controllers open and play 4-player with like 2 hands.
Well, that was like look at Mr. Sakurai over here. Ooh, look at me.
That was a game that like I shat on for so long, and then I played it. I'm like, oh, it was like when Danny DeVito's in like the audience. It's like I get it.
I love that game. I think Vampire Survivor is.
It's so good.
Like,
and I sat on that game for a while. I was like, this game looks stupid.
That tickles a part of my brain so well that like few games do.
Go play it right now,
it's so. I mean, that's literally why I have almost 100% of the game. I almost have all the achievements in it and everything. Like it's
that game has all the qualities of that Hades has for me. Like oh, I can just go back and play that fucking game and I'm gonna enjoy it.
Like that's kind of like Loop Hero. I bounced off of, but after like spending so much time with Vampire Survivors, I went back to Loop Hero, and I'm kind of like, oh man, Loop Hero is kind of striking these same boxes right now too. But yeah, I don't know. I thought overall it was a good Direct. I mean, if you don't care about certain things, it's probably not a great Direct for you. But it had some things for me which I enjoyed. Anyways,
all right.
That brings us to the end of the episode, which we usually end with a little game we like to call What's in the Box, but usually lately this year we're playing Achievement Answer Unlocked, or whatever the fuck it's called. But before we do that and get into the leaderboard for the year so far, You can, of course, leave us a review and follow us all over social media. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen to the show, please leave us a review. It's very beneficial in helping us continue to grow the show. We can't do it without you. So if you are a listener, which we know there are a lot of you out there, we would love if you took a quick second, leave us a 5-star review, leave us a comment on there. It'd be very beneficial. If you listen to us or watch us on YouTube, you can also subscribe to us over there and leave us a comment on the video. Let us know how we're doing. If you have questions, want to yell at Todd about his bad taste, whatever it may be, tell Mike to play something. We read those things, we look at those things. We appreciate you take the time out here to do that stuff. You can, of course, follow us everywhere on social media at Pass Controller. If you just listen to the show and you don't know that we have a video version, like I said, it's on YouTube. We also stream the show live every week when we record it on Twitch at twitch.tv/passcontroller. So I've been seeing a lot more listeners who I think are audio only come into the video format. So just so you know, we are over here doing that if you want to see our ugly faces talk about video games for an hour every week. We also stream other things. A lot of times after the show, we end up playing Fortnite, and sometimes we stream that, but we do stream outside of the episode days as well. So come on over to Twitch, have a good time with us over there. You can subscribe to us or just follow us on Twitch if you don't have the means to subscribe, and you can get notified when we do go live, so you can, tune in when we are on. And of course, you can follow all of us. I'm at BGroom. You can find Mike at _Mycopath, Todd at Toddy by nature, and Dom at PTC_one little spark. You can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/passcontroller. You can buy something at passcontroller.threadless.com. Plenty of ways to support us. We appreciate you if you can do that in the free or paid ways. But without further ado, the game leaderboard for the year so far, Dom is in the lead with 29. Todd close behind at 28. Mike has been stale for a few weeks at 19. Is he going to shake things up today? We'll find out. If this is your first time listening, the way Answer Unlocked rolls, I will read the description and title of these achievements/trophies. First person to get the game gets the point. Game number 1. The fight begins. Reach the gate for the first time. Extinguished. Defeat blank. Master of Illusion. Defeat blank. Source of the Darkness. Meet blank for the first time on the bridge.
Diablo 3.
Incorrect. Trust your senses. Complete the blank shard challenge. Different perspectives. Complete the blank shard challenge. Cure for the plague. Complete the blank shard challenge. Escaped. Complete the labyrinth shard challenge.
Is it Control?
Incorrect.
Oh, that's a good guess though.
Blank released. Pull blank out of the tree. Warrior. Escape the sea of corpses. Into the mountain. Enter Helheim.
Is it Ragnarok?
Incorrect.
Is it God of War?
Incorrect. Tamed the beast.
Hades?
Incorrect. Defeat Fenrir.
Oh, what the fuck?
The final battle. Confront.
Is it Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
Incorrect. The final battle. Confront Hela.
Is it
Stories from the North. Collect all of the lore stones.
Now I'm confused.
Extinguished. Defeat Surtur.
Is it God of War 3?
Incorrect. Master of Illusion. Defeat Valvrin. Source
Is it
of
God
the
of War?
Incorrect. Source of
Is it
the
God of
dark.
War 2?
It is no God of War game. Source of the Darkness. Meet Hela for the first time on the bridge.
Fuck.
Trust your senses. Complete the blindness shard challenge. Different perspectives. Complete the tower shard challenge. Cure for the plague. Complete the swamp shard challenge.
I don't have a guess. I think I'm being told maybe your microphone isn't working. I don't know.
By me?
I mean, I can hear him.
I can hear Mike on the stream.
It's not. It is now.
Okay.
There have been people watching this whole time. Why would no one say that? Who said that to you?
Honest, I got my sources. Maybe they just don't want to listen to you.
Did your sources give you the right answer?
They didn't tell me about the. They didn't tell me about the answer to the game.
My
I guess they can't
microphone
hear.
has been
They can't-
muted
they
the
can't hear.
entire time. The entire time.
Stop it. I'm just talking to myself.
It's just going to be the Twitch video that is fucked up, which is real fucking annoying. That means I have to do a lot of other editing after the show is over, which is really fucking annoying. It's because of that other thing that I'm doing, Mike.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Fuck.
I'm telling you, you gotta
anyways.
set up Steam or something. Yeah, keep going. I don't have any guesses.
Warrior. Escape the Sea of... Grammar. Or Grammar released. Pull Grammar out of the tree. Warrior. Escape the Sea of Corpses. Into the mountain. Enter Helheim. Tamed the beast. Defeat Fenrir.
Did you already say these ones?
Yeah, I'm reading them again because no one's. I am not omitting anything. If that wasn't clear.
Yeah, it's obvious.
The final battle. Confront Hela. Stories from the North. Collect all of the lore stones.
Is it what was the name of that game? Phoenix Rising?
Incorrect.
Oh,
I was
that's
thinking
a
about
good
that game, but I was like,
guess. Yeah,
this is
good guess.
North
Well,
mythology,
was
and I
saying that
think
one
Phoenix
was the-
Rising was some
Right.
other thing.
Oh, I thought it was also Norse mythology. I'm just literally trying to pull any Norse mythology games that I can think of off the.
I feel like I know this game. I just can't think of anything right now.
Is it Mario Party 2?
Incorrect. This game released in 2017. It is currently available on the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Microsoft Windows, and Xbox Cloud Gaming.
So no one can play it.
PS4, but not PS5.
Correct. I don't know if it's backwards compatible on PS5 or not. Like I don't know if it has like it. You might be able to play it. It just doesn't have like an official upgrade or
you
whatever.
You had said Xbox One and Xbox Series S and X. That's why I was.
Yeah. I think everything on Xbox, though, I think for the most part has like a.
It just says both.
Yeah, I think so. Because it's, I think it's fully backwards compatible. I think there might be some PS4 games that you can't play on PS5. I don't know. I'm not trying to dissuade your thought process there.
No.
I'm just saying. I think
you are.
IGN gave this game a 9 out of 10. Let's see what we got on Metacritic.
2017. What the fuck?
2017.
2017, 9 out of 10.
It has an 81 on Metacritic.
That's kind of middle of the road.
Yeah.
Sorry, it has an 81 for PS4. It has an 88 for Xbox.
Plus reviewers, probably.
And an 83 on PC.
And it's not Assassin's Creed
And
Valhalla.
an 80 on Switch.
So if it can run on a Switch.
This 2017 game is getting a sequel.
It's not Hades, right?
Incorrect.
Is it Hades?
Oh shit! It is indeed Hades.
Oh wait, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That's the one. This game has been nominated for 21 awards, including 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it Horizon?
No, incorrect. On Xbox? What?
Oh,
Switch?
Yeah, on Switch.
Sorry, yeah. I'm not listening.
Was nominated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 BAFTA awards, including win for Game Beyond Entertainment, Best Game, Best Audio Achievement, Best Artistic Achievement, Best British Game, and Best Performance.
Okay, but how many Marvel MCU actors will I recognize from this game?
I don't know. I'm not digging that deep to find if there is one or not. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's Fortnite.
I'm going to off the top of my head say you won't, but I don't know for sure. It at the Game Awards, it was nominated for Best Narrative. It won for Best Audio Design. It won for Best Performance. It won for Games for Impact, and it was nominated for Best Independent Game.
Brian, you can't be picking like these obscure indie games like this for us to try and guess. Like, how are we supposed to know
Hollow
what this
Knight?
is?
It is not Hollow Knight.
You said Independent Award?
In
Did you
2017.
say it? 2017, okay.
That's a hint.
Yeah, I give up. I don't know.
Really a stump on this one. That's
I'll probably be mad when you tell me, but at this
I
point,
won't.
I'm lost.
I won't be mad.
the sequel to this game was featured during Summer Games Fest last week.
That means nothing to me.
During a showcase that I know for a fact all of us have seen.
Oh, Persona 3.
Incorrect. Famous indie game, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Persona 4. Got it.
Fucking got him. In 2017, it was
I
an
didn't
indie
watch the Summer
game.
Games Fest.
It would not be necessarily classified as an indie game for the sequel.
Is it Spiritfarer?
Incorrect. This game's
Nope.
sequel was featured during the Xbox showcase.
Brian, I want you to run back that Xbox showcase episode we did
Yeah,
and
I'm
see
like-
what I said about that. See what I said. I sat down and I said, I don't remember a goddamn thing.
I don't either.
Wow.
Is it Forza?
Incorrect.
Oh,
Damn, that was my
another
next
good
guess, too.
I guess we're calling it. Any more guesses? I don't know what other information I can give you on this.
You can give me the name.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I cannot think of anything else besides the nonsense that we've riddled off.
All right, I will
Wait.
mark this down as a
Is
stump.
it Mortal Kombat?
At what point would Mortal Kombat be considered an indie game?
Oh, fuck. I keep on forgetting it's indie. Dude.
It's not indie anymore. I don't know how clear I
Yeah.
can be about this game.
I know.
I'm going to call it a stump unless anyone has a
2017
Hail
was indie
Mary.
though, right?
In
Yeah, I'm good.
2017, you could consider it an indie game. It is not independent anymore, which is a very clear hint as to what that
'cause
means.
It means it was purchased by Microsoft, but
Yep.
they bought 12 different studios, and I don't know what any of them are. Besides Activision, that hasn't gone through yet.
It was not the first look at this game last week. People have been waiting for this game for a while. Nobody got it. It is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that game that
Wait,
you
no.
said, Mike, you should play that game. And I was like, I don't know what this game is. And they
I
showed
didn't know
the
it was
trailer,
on
and
the Switch.
I was like, I don't even know what the gameplay is.
I mean,
I
but
didn't know
the
that
other
was on
two
my
should have
Three
known it.
buttons, basically.
The other two, maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I knew I would not know what this game is.
Well, there we are. Game number 1 is a stump. Damn,
Oh,
am I getting a sweep
damn.
tonight? Am I getting a sweep? Game number 2. Taking names. Defeat a boss.
Duke Nukem.
Incorrect. For
Duke Nukem
these
3D.
for these next few, I am only going to read the title and not the description. A walk in the park. A day at the
What
fair.
happens? What happens? What is the? What do you have to do to get that?
It's a good question,
Is it
Dom. I like
Is it Alan Wake?
Incorrect. A day at the fair. A trip downtown. I'm going to skip that one for now, the next one. I'll skip that one too. Put on a show. Get an... no. Put on a show. Sheriff.
You say sheriff?
Yep.
Okay.
Boss. Mayor. King.
What was that?
King.
King.
Magician Lord. Obtain all blank blank. Butter and Eggman. Buy everything in Blank's shop.
Oh, this is Cuphead.
It is indeed Cuphead. Dom gets the point.
I was
Fuck,
thinking it.
the
I was
last game we were
thinking it,
talking
but
about,
I
I
was
was
like,
thinking Cuphead.
I don't want to say it out loud.
You don't want the point, Mike?
At this point, why bother?
Essentially, all of the achievements were defeat the boss on Inkwell Isle 1. So it's like I didn't want to keep that. I feel like it would have just made it very clear what the game was. And then the other ones were get an S rank on this. And I feel like it would have just given the game away. Game number 3. Charmed. Acquire your first charm.
That already sounds familiar.
Enchanted. Acquire. What was it?
No.
Acquire half of Blank's charms. Blessed. Acquire all charms and receive Blank's blessing. Protected. Acquire 4 mask shards.
Oh god, I already know this, and I don't know this.
Masked. Acquire all masked shards. Soulful. Doug in the chat has got it correct.
Yeah, I'm sure this should be an easy one. I feel like
World Soul. Acquire. I thought all of these were easy. We were running late, so I switched to what I thought were easy gets. World Soul. Acquire all blank fragments. Falsehood. Defeat the false blank.
is it Hollow Knight?
It is indeed Hollow Knight. I thought that one would have been quicker since someone already guessed Hollow Knight on a previous game.
Yeah, I think I guessed it earlier, but like, yeah. What was the first achievement you said?
Charmed, I think. I think you get that achievement very quickly. Anyways, that will do it. I apologize if you were watching this live and decided to not say, hey, the audio's messed up. I will hopefully be able to fix that for the video version that is up on YouTube later. It should not affect the podcast version, so if you're an audio listener, you should be fine. But if there is an issue with the video, I will hopefully be able to remedy that. It'll just probably mean the video version will take a little bit longer to go up. But anyways, we appreciate you. We'll see you next time.